Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another ramble. And that's what I'm good at, is rambling. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I hope you have taken time out of your day to be present and to be thankful for all the good things that are happening in your life. That's what I've noticed about people. People who are less present and less grateful tend to be having a really difficult time in life. Why is that, you ask? Well, first of all, they're not being present, and that's where all the magic happens. And the second reason is they're not grateful. So when you're not grateful, you're not really thinking about all the good things that you have or has happened in your life, right? You're probably using that energy to focus on things that you don't have or things that have gone awry, and what you focus on, you get more of. That's how it works. That's how attention works, That's why it's really important to be aware of how you're investing your time and your attention. Anyways, I do realize that when I talk in my videos, I have a tendency to have pauses where I try to collect my thoughts. I also recognize that I have a tendency to speak in a pretty slow manner. So for people who have shorter attention spans, I would recommend speeding up the video. That's what I do, because I get it. Sometimes you just want people to get to the point, and you don't want to just sit and listen through, 5 to 15 minutes of audio. So it's just speed it up, and the message gets through faster. I think it's funny. I think I do things slowly because I like to savor life. I do this when I eat. When I eat too, I have a tendency to be a very slow eater. Even when I drink my water, I have a tendency to take a sip and hold that water in my mouth and then slowly sip it down. I just like savoring things. Even when I used to smoke cigarettes, some people would just burn through that cigarette super fast. And for me, I just like to savor every single moment and every single drag. Too many people are just rushing. Rushing to where? Where are you rushing to, guys? Life isn't a race, it's a marathon. You don't have to, but what works for me is slowing things down, enjoying every single moment, savoring life. Even when it feels not so good, I will sit with that and savor it, just so that I can really, really, really deeply process everything that I encounter. 4 minutes of talking about being present and savoring the moment and slowing down. Yeah, society definitely has kind of brainwashed us into racing and running and rushing and forcing and doing and trying. What about just sitting back and savoring the moment, doing nothing? Anyways, I will get to the subject matter, and the subject matter today is going to be, let's talk about boredom. There's another question that I read on a forum that I kind of want to dive into, but I don't know if I have time in this video to do that. I might split it into 2 segments. The other topic I wanted to talk on was somebody was asking, what is the point of being here? Yeah, I've contemplated that question many times over, and I do have my thoughts on that, you know? But let's talk about boredom. I notice a lot of people have shorter and shorter attention spans now. Myself not excluded. I have moments where my attention span is just wily, all over the place, you know? But I've noticed that a lot of people have short attention spans, and that has kind of bred boredom. You know, a lot of people are bored with their life. A lot of people are bored with themselves, bored with life, you know, running after the next distraction, the next thing to gratify their senses, you know, and it's never enough. Because, like I said in other videos, feelings, experiences are temporary. They're just kind of moving on by, you know. You can't really hold anything in place. Everything is just moving on by, you know. So, boredom. Why do we get bored? Boredom, like any other emotion, is something to be experienced and witnessed and savored. But it's uncomfortable. It's one of those uncomfortable emotions. You know, a lot of people don't like boredom. They feel like a sense of complacency or nothingness, and they want to fill that nothing with something, right? That's why they're constantly chasing after the next thing, always looking for the next thing, never really being satisfied with anything. They don't want to face that boredom because that makes you feel uncomfortable. I feel like the remedy to dealing with boredom is the same way you would deal with any uncomfortable emotion. And what is that, you may ask? Sitting with it. Just like this. Recognizing, I feel bored. I wonder why I feel bored. Asking questions. Just delving deeper into that emotion. Asking questions. Why are you here? Why do I feel this? You know, and just sitting with it. And eventually, like everything in life, it just passes by. That's why people have a hard time meditating. It's really simple, but it's really difficult doing nothing. You know? But yeah, boredom is just another emotion. It's an uncomfortable emotion, but it's an emotion, and all it wants is your attention. I think I'm going to sound pretty repetitive in most of my recordings because that's all it is. Feeling discomfort, allowing yourself to recognize and feel discomfort and just sitting with it, giving it your undivided attention. You know, excuse me. Well, you know, I'm only 9 minutes into this video, so let's just go into what is the purpose of life? Why are we here? The purpose of life is to experience it. The purpose of life is to witness it. The purpose of life is to garner wisdom and awareness through experiences. A lot of people get stuck, though. You know, they get stuck in a certain dissatisfaction, boredom, I get stuck in that. Why isn't my life the way I want it to be? Why don't I have things that I need to be happy? You know, they're always fixated on that. Fixated on that which is out there. And it doesn't matter, because think about it. Say, this is a really good example. Say they come up with the most updated phone, you know, and you have your phone and you're like, oh, this is bored, I want something new. So you go and get that new phone. Temporarily you'll be satiated. Temporarily you'll be like, yeah, I got the newest iPhone or newest cell phone, and you know, this is great. And then guess what? They make another new phone. Like a few months later, they come up with a new phone. And then some people are like, well, I need to get that new phone. So they get the new phone. And yeah, temporarily it satiates, and then they come up with a new phone. You see that cycle? It comes from a place of dissatisfaction, a place of lack, a place of not recognizing that what you have currently is beautiful, and being happy. You know, it's when people are bored or dissatisfied, it's probably because they're not focusing on the here and now. They're always looking at the next best thing. The grass is greener syndrome. The grass is greener over there. Now the grass is green where you water it. You know? So if you have grass around you, but you're too busy looking at someone else's grass, you're neglecting your own grass, right? So of course, if you neglect something, it dies. And so for me, it's just like, be grateful for what you have or what you don't have. Because sometimes you want something and it's not necessarily good for you, and you don't see it in the moment, but in the larger schematic of things, if you had that thing, sometimes it would be a burden. So it's actually a blessing not having it, you know? Anyways, I don't know if I made sense, but I hope you're having a beautiful day. Thank you for stopping by, and blessings to one and all. Amen.